Hey everybody, this is Emily Josephine. I am the author of How to Grow Vegetables Without Losing Your Mind. And I thought it would be kind of cool if I just once a month came out and gave you a garden update. Today is March 21st. It is the day after the first day of spring 2015. And what I'm showing you right now are my peach trees that have started to blossom. It's just so pretty when they start to do that, pretty pink blossoms. Last year my peach trees and apple trees, by the way, these are mini dwarf. And these are actually grafted nectarines and peaches. They can grow both. But they're mini dwarf, and I had them in the garden last year because I was so paranoid. Everybody says, well, you live out the country, the deer will eat everything. Well, the deer don't eat everything. Not here, not yet. So I decided to take them out of the garden because eventually they are going to be put in the ground. But you can see the apple trees here are starting to very slowly grow leaves. The apples are always slower. This one's better. Maybe this is getting more sun. I don't know. This one has more leaf growing on it. There's a greenhouse, if you saw the video on the greenhouse earlier. I do have a few things that have started to grow. That's cool. Here are the fig trees. We're going to eventually make cuttings and grow new fig trees, but we've got 2 fig trees there. This is the apple and the peach trees. And now we're going to actually go into the garden area. Here I was trying to grow carrots, and it was so dark. And I didn't realize this area gets shade during the winter, so it wasn't a good place to plant carrot seeds. And then it was too cloudy and nothing grew. But I still have some carrots that are hanging on that I planted actually like last September, and they're growing a little bit. Of course, lots of weeds and stuff, but I'm thinking about going ahead and planting some more carrot seeds. I'm going to try that. But all right, this is my New Zealand spinach patch. This is a green that'll grow in hot weather, and it's seed. There were tons of seeds that went everywhere last year, and even though New Zealand spinach is a perennial and it should come back at the roots, I'm also going to have tons of new plants. They've germinated. They're germinating all over. You see the little baby New Zealand spinach. So I'm going to have I'm probably going to have to be pulling some out here. And again, kale that I planted last November. Thank you very much. Most of it's not even here anymore. I've got a mole. And if you've got a mole in the garden and it's okay if the plants are mature. It won't bother mature plants. But if you've got baby plants, the plants will come out. Spinach. It has been so cloudy since, October? So cloudy that my greens haven't grown. Except my dock. You see my dock, and you saw a video of my dock earlier. Let me get a close-up of this dock by my blueberry there. That's dock. The dock hasn't had any problem. But the greens I tried to plant that I really wanted, the spinach and the kale, didn't do anything. But you see my blueberries are starting to leaf out. Get a little closer there. They're starting to have flowers, which will produce berries later. And we will eventually be buying several more blueberry plants and have them somewhere else other than in the garden. And we'll just keep these 4 here since they're here. Here we've got a few lentils growing. Well, more than a few, but I was thinking about planting this whole area, but it turned out it was going to be a lot of work, and I said, just forget it. So there's a lentil that's already gotten pretty big, and then we have a bunch of, let's see if I dare step in there. There we go. A lot of just little plants just starting to come up. That's a rosemary right there. I've got a little bit of garlic back there. I don't know if you can see it. Sticking out. There's another dock, and then the garlic is behind there. As you can see, nothing on the back trellis. This is where my tomatoes will go this year, is on the back trellis. I'm going to rotate tomato and cucumber, so the tomatoes aren't always in the same place. And down the row here, again, we have interspersed with no, this is grass. This needs to go bye-bye. That's the fun thing about when you use hay as mulch, is you end up with grass, but it's easy to pull out as long as it's not Bermuda grass. So we've got lots of garlic. This is my, I think I planted this last fall, and that's why it's gotten so big by now. And there's some more spinach. Here's a rosemary. I planted 6 rosemary last year. Only 2 plants survived, I think because it was so darn wet. Rosemary they like drought conditions. So I'll see what happens to those 2 plants. But here's some more spinach that's finally starting to grow. Yes, I planted it last fall too. I think I might have planted that in December. And we just didn't have hardly, I mean, when they say, you know, this plant needs sun, they mean it needs sun. All right? The lettuce is doing great now that we've had a few sunny days. It's awesome. I'm coming, I might be able to start coming here every 3rd day instead of every 4th day. It's doing really well. And here are some onions I planted. And I'll show you the strawberries. No flowers yet. I expect to start seeing flowers any day now on my strawberry patch. And no, I'm not going to let it stay this thick. It's just that right now I don't have another place to put these strawberries. This is going to be where my asparagus is, down this bed. And I'll have peppers and other random things here, some flowers. We'll just have to see. This trellis here is where I'm going to have the cucumbers. Here. Here's my blackberries. They're starting to grow some new green leaves. I'll start to have to pay attention to get those up and trellised. And that's the blackberries, and over here are raspberries. Oh, look I even have some raspberries that sprouted over here. Look at that. I'm going to have to pull those out. I don't want raspberries growing on my path. I've seen those, but you can see the raspberries too are starting to leaf out. Behind here, I'm planning on, I might grow some lettuce once we're in a bigger house and I can start lettuce under lights. Because at this time of year, it's warm enough that there are baby grasshoppers. There are even bigger than baby grasshoppers, and there are pill beetles and everything. And if you just plant lettuce by seed and they start to grow, then the bugs will come and eat them. So I like to, start the lettuce under lights once it gets a little warmer. But there you go. That's my garden update for March 2015. Not a whole lot going on, but like I said, at least we have a lot between the lettuce and the dock. We do have a good bit of greens, and we've got our garlic coming up and our New Zealand spinach. So there we go. Thank you very much for checking out my garden update. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about simple living and our homesteading endeavors. And click the link below this video to check out my book, How to Grow Vegetables Without Losing Your Mind. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and in the meantime, take care. And let me end this video with a nice, pretty, there's a bee too. I like seeing the bees on my flowers. There, isn't that pretty? Take care and be well.